Le...
Part 2. Azure Moon. Great Tree Moon.
Je parlais de bataille de l'aigle et du lion, justement. Justement, je parlais de la bataille de l'aigle et du lion. Et nique les daims, ouais.
In response, the Imperial Army garrisoned soldiers at Fort Mercius.
Au Fort Mercius. Je m'en demande quel genre de bataille on aura. Oui, mais on commence directement par Dedou, qui est revenu. Oh! Quel plaisir. Quel plaisir.
Here for the flowers again?
Oui! En effet.
I see.
Ouais, regarde. Putain, c'est vrai que cette cicatrice, il est trop stylé. J'avoue que son armure me met assez bien. Ouais.
First, I thank you for supporting His Highness in my absence.
Ouais.
But I must also admonish you for taking your own well-being too lightly. On several occasions, I have seen you protect others by putting yourself in harm's way. I am grateful for your efforts, but I feel you should place a higher value on your own life. His Highness relies on you, as do I.
Je crois que je suis au A, non, avec des dieux. Je comprends. Je vais écouter ses conseils. Pardon.
We cannot afford to lose an invaluable asset like you.
Ouais.
And...
Et?
This greenhouse would be a more lonely place without you.
Regarde-le quand il sourit.
It would not be fair to the flowers to leave me their only caretaker.
Incroyable.
Someday, I hope to show you a whole landscape of these flowers in full bloom. Yes. Once this conflict is over and His Highness ascends the throne, I believe it can be done.
On va faire ça.
You must live at least until then. Understood?
Entendu.
I had not thought much of my own life until now.
Ah, t'as évolué?
Except that I would gladly cast it aside for His Highness.
Ah oui, forcément, oui.
That is still true. But now I desire to see the end of this war. Until I can show you the fields of Dusker and Bloom, I will go on living.
Ah. Non, ça me plaît.
We have received a report from our spy.
Ouais.
It would seem the Empire is gathering troops at Fort Mercius. This is undoubtedly in response to us taking the Great Bridge of Murden. Their numbers are more than double ours. We believe that the Emperor herself may be leading them.
Ah ouais? Dimitri, le kill est pour toi.
If House Regan can
Le kill est
reconcile
pour
with
toi.
House Gloucester sooner than later, then Claude can proceed with his plan to rally the Alliance Lords, gather troops, and invade Empire territory.
At this rate, 3 military forces will be clashing at Gronder Field.
Mais on est alliés avec Claude et on va les taper dessus. On va pas lui taper dessus quand même. J'espère. Je tape pas sur Claude, moi.
If you wish to indulge in nostalgia, do it elsewhere.
I'm afraid the difference in military strength is far from negligible. While we are elite soldiers, I am still uneasy about this.
If possible, I'd like to request reinforcements right away. If we can rely on any of the major kingdom houses for military support, it would be House Karen, I'd wager.
Charon, c'est qui?
House Karen has yet to declare fealty to the Empire.
It is also
Ah.
my home. I will make the request to my father. With things as they are, I don't think he can refuse. The Church has long protected me. I am certain that any request from the Church will be answered to the utmost of their ability.
Very well. We're counting on you, Catherine.
I suppose that is all we can do for now.
So it would seem. Though if there are any other avenues worth exploring, I would suggest...
Bah oui.
Ah, good point. We have no reason to engage the Alliance directly.
Even if we do receive Count Karen's aid, we still won't have the troops we need to face the Empire.
Bien sûr.
If we join forces with the Alliance, then our numbers will rival the Empire's.
Unissons nos forces.
Agreed. It's about the only thing we
Ah,
can.
l'Alliance, c'est mes potes, hein.
For now, let's send a messenger and try to figure out what the Alliance hopes to achieve.
It's hard to believe this decisive battle will take place at Gronder Field. I imagine that place is full of memories for all of you.
We won the Battle of the Eagle and Lion back in the day. It seems like a lifetime ago.
I can't help but remember, even though I wish I didn't.
T'étais pas sur la
Our
bataille,
feast
toi.
after the battle. I remember it well. We all had so much fun together. No! Please, stop it. I had finally put all of that out of my mind.
Ah.
This isn't right. They're our friends. We used to study together. We shouldn't be fighting them.
Why not march up to Her Majesty in a reminder of that? Oh, that's right. Because you want to live to see tomorrow.
Ah, c'est bien.
No matter who the enemy is, I will fight for His Highness.
Tell me, Boar Prince, do we stand a chance?
Who knows?
If we lose, we'll have died for you. I hope you know that.
Mais bien sûr qu'on va pas mourir pour... On va pas perdre.
That's enough, Felix. We must focus on the battle ahead.
Make your peace before we depart. It's kill or be killed out there. We will cross blades with the Empire, but it's possible we will also have to strike down the Alliance.
Your Highness, do you feel no hesitation about killing your former friends?
I'm used to killing familiar faces by now.
Hey, wait.
What is it?
You defended me in battle. Why?
His Highness does not wish for our military strength to be depleted. The loss of your strength would be significant.
You are a colossal idiot. One slip up and you would have died. You think you would have been happy about that?
No, I do not.
Then why protect me? I thought you were his mindless weapon, his sword and shield.
I heard about your brother. He was a Dusker. He died to protect His Highness.
He did, but I don't see what that has to do with anything. Are you repaying some kind of debt? I hope you're not going to praise his death. I hear enough of that from my old man.
I will not praise it then. Instead, I will say I would have done the same in his position. Is it really so unnatural to put one's life on the line to protect a brother in arms?
To hear a rabid dog call me a brother in arms.
Your insults are merely an attempt to avoid addressing me as what I am. I am a man of Dusker, yet you were concerned for my life.
Concerned is a strong word. Your death would have been unpleasant, that's all.
Coming from you, that is enough.
Il est incroyable de tuer, hein.
What's that supposed to mean? I just meant... Never mind.
Il est incroyable, hein.
Okay, go ahead, protect me. But if you act like a fool and get yourself killed, I'll kill you.
How can you kill me if I am already dead?
You know what I meant.
Ok. Ouais, il le calme très... Ouais, il le calme super facilement.
Tonight's meal looks exquisite. Time for me to make the most of this opportunity.
Are you all right? Slow down. Your dinner is not going anywhere.
I am not sure it is your business to tell me how to consume my meal. You must admit this food is absolutely delectable. I have not eaten something this tasty in ages.
Well, good.
Ok.
I suppose my enthusiasm
Ouais, bah,
is a tad
ok.
overwhelming. Do you happen to know who cooked this meal?
I did.
You are the chef?
Today? Yes.
I do not think I have ever been brought to tears by a meal. Oh, Dedu, you are a chef without peer. Why, that was truly more delicious than anything I have eaten in all my years.
I highly doubt that.
No need for modesty. I could certainly never make anything even remotely so delicious.
Voilà.
That gives me an idea.
Oui, elle fait...
Will you
Elle
please
parle
teach me
beaucoup,
how
hein.
to cook such delicacies as the one I ate just now?
You want me to teach you to cook?
Indeed, I have never been so emotional over cuisine. You
Over
must teach me your ways.
Cuisine.
Very well. But only if you are serious, and do not quit halfway through.
Oh, I would not dream of it. Thank you, Chef Dudu.
Did you? Ingrid, elle est A. Ah, on va voir.
Dudu? Are you okay? You look unwell.
Ingrid. Is my face frightening?
What? I mean, or sort of? Or not exactly. I wouldn't use the word frightening. Aggressive, maybe?
Oula, pardon.
But it's really nothing to worry about. Why? Did someone say something cruel?
I made a village child cry.
Oh non!
Oh, I see. Let me guess. You feel like you look frightening, so you walked around with a smile glued to your face.
How did you know?
I'm starting to understand how you think.
Elle est pas
The
raciste!
thing is,
Vous avez tenté de me
smiles
détruire le
never
perso!
work well. They usually just end up making a person look creepy and insincere.
I see.
Regarde, elle est sympa!
To be honest, when we first met, I was pretty intimidated by you. Not because of a smile, but a lack of any emotion whatsoever. And you so rarely spoke. I had no idea what to make of you. But that's only because I wasn't making an effort to get to know you. Because you were from Dusker. As I started to get to know you, to understand your personality,
Ah non,
I
elle est pas
realized what a
raciste.
fool I'd been.
Personality.
You may come off intimidating, but underneath that cool exterior is a kind, loyal, and noble person. A really wonderful person. In a certain regard, you are one of the knightliest people I know.
En vrai, elle a pas tort, c'est vrai qu'elle veut être chevalier et
What is it?
tout, donc
Wonderful person. This is the first time anyone has ever said a thing like that to me. It is rather awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Which it kind of is.
Elle rougit là. Lui aussi d'ailleurs, mais ça se voit un peu plus.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Yes, of course. Same to you, Dudu.
C'est du profond respect.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
What is it, Annette?
I completely forgot that it's my turn for kitchen duty today. Huh? Did you do all the kitchen prep already?
Kitchen duty is mine today.
What? But, oh, did I get the day wrong?
Yes, yours is tomorrow.
Le chat.
Oh. I'm so sorry. Wow, I really am something else.
These things happen. Is something funny?
Oh, no, I was just happy. So, you probably already know this, but my uncle is really strict. He wanted me to be perfect at cooking, studying, cleaning, washing, everything really. He said if I wasn't perfect, as a knight's daughter, I'd be devaluing my crest. Whenever I
Stylé.
messed up, he looked so mad. And he'd sigh like he just lost his faith in humanity.
That is harsh.
Oh, I know he loved me and all. He was just kind of scary. But you've helped me out and been patient with me without getting mad. I'm just so happy. Thank you, Dudu.
I have hardly done anything.
You know what? You remind me of my father.
Of Gilbert.
You look scary at first glance, but you're actually really kind.
Ce que j'aime bien, c'est qu'en fait, en 2 Annette, tu fais la taille de
Oh,
un des
right.
deux.
Let me help you with something, if that's okay with you. What are you cooking today? Hopefully I can chip in.
It is a meat dish from Vargas.
I'm still a complete klutz, so I'm not gonna be in the way, am I?
Not at all. I was hoping that the food I made would bring a smile to your face.
C'est une forme de friendzone de se faire comparer au père. Je sais pas, là je pense de toute façon y a rien.
Well then, I can't wait for dinner
Je pense qu'il y a rien.
Good.
J'aime beaucoup son évolution à déduer. Il était très très froid et là il souffle de plus en plus, mais voilà, il reste lui-même. J'aime beaucoup. Je vais juste fermer ma porte du coup.
Sedith, do you have a moment?
Certainly. Have you arrived at a decision about what you would like your future to be?
I think so. I was hoping I might ask for your opinion on the subject.
I am flattered. Please proceed.
I want to serve as a knight and protect my homeland. I know this through and through. It has been my truth for as long as I can remember. However, I feel I should choose a path that would benefit my father. I was raised by him in a happy home, never wanting for anything, despite my family's meager finances. I owe it to him to choose a path he'd approve of.
If that is the decision you have reached after such careful deliberation, then I have no objections. But may I ask you something?
Please, go ahead.
Have you actually had a conversation with your father about this?
I have not. There hasn't been time to pay him a visit. He did permit me to
C'était c'est
join
vraiment
this war,
le
but I
comment
was
dire?
brash about my departure. I
Le
left forcibly.
In that case, it is all the more important that you speak to him.
Ouais, conseiller d'orientation
Perhaps.
peut-être, mais
Father is an obstinate man. At this
Ouais, c'est un
point,
peu
I'm
ça,
not
en
sure
vrai.
he'd care to hear what I have to say.
un guide.
I do not know the man well, so perhaps it is not my place to judge. However, I do know what it's
Tu sais, il
like
se
to fret constantly
recule,
over one's family. If he is
il est
as doting a
objectif, tout
father as
ça.
you say, then he will want to know how you truly feel.
Mais il veut
I
t'aider,
do
tu
not
vois.
think he will refuse your wishes if you share them with him honestly. Of course, if your decision remains the same after speaking with him, then so be it.
Said it.
So be it.
Thank you. You're right. I should talk to him. I've spent so much time thinking about how stubborn he is that I've neglected to acknowledge my own part in all this. Rather than blaming him,
Ouais, c'est pas le
I
mauvais
need to
gars. Hein.
recognize how stubborn I myself have been. Maybe if I open up and allow for vulnerability, he will too.
That is the way. Hold your head up high and stride forward into the unknown.
I will. And I will keep your words close to my heart. Thank you for everything, Sedith.
Ouais, vraiment, j'aime bien comment ça se passe. Oh voilà, petit A+, homme vif là.
How are you, Catherine? You look well enough.
Alors là, par contre.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Never better.
That is good. I cannot help but be concerned, given your tendency toward incautious behavior. While boldness can be a virtue, I do hope you will bear in mind that recklessness is not. A moment's negligence can lead to a mortal wound for even the most skilled fighter.
You worry too much. If they saw me in action, the wounds themselves would cower.
That is precisely the attitude that worries me, especially given your history. You have been gravely injured before, as you no doubt recall.
Ah ouais?
Me, gravely injured? When did that happen?
You mean you have forgotten? It was during your days as a student at the Officers' Academy. There was an excursion, a monster hunt. You charged ahead and left your fellow students behind. You ended up alone and surrounded. You almost died. Do you truly not remember?
Are you sure? All I remember is cutting down monsters left and right.
That is true enough, but you nearly bled to death in the aftermath. The Archbishop was so concerned for your life that she tended your wounds personally.
Oh, that was when that happened. Finally! It all fits together. Lady Rhea looking after me. Now that I remember clearly. That was the first time she ever spoke to me. I was lying on the ground, caked in mud, and she gently picked me up, even stroked my hair. The emotions were so overpowering that they must have just cleared away my memory of the whole incident. So it was during the monster hunt. Thanks, Sedith. That's been bothering me for ages.
That is not quite why I brought it up.
Come to think of it, Lady Rhea hasn't healed me since then. We've got to find Lady Rhea, and then maybe someday she'll honor me like that again.
Felix!
You, what is it now?
Do not fret. I have not come to ask you to chop wood. I have other things to speak of with you. You said that for one to live, they must also be prepared to kill.
This again. Yes, that's what I said. You still have a problem with that?
No, I do not have a problem with it at all. I simply want you to live too.
Logique.
Oh, okay. Then I'll get back to my training.
Excuse me, I am not finished yet. During this time of war, you must wield your sword to ensure your own life. If that is the case, then it follows that we should bring an end to this war.
To end the war, you'd have to kill more people.
Perhaps that is true. But once all is said and done, there would no longer be a need to kill, only to live. Is that not so?
That's pure fantasy. But if it came to pass, there would be no place for me. What would I do? I was raised to swing a sword. That's all I know. In a world without strife, warriors like me would be lost souls. It's tragic in a way. We fight to bring peace, and then, if we achieve it, we lose our purpose.
I do not think that is anything you should worry yourself over. If the war ends and peace reigns, I shall be sure to have plenty of wood chopping for you to do.
What a generous offer.
And you will never be short on fruits and vegetables to chop for me either. If you felt like you lost your purpose in life, surely you would find a new purpose. It is not like
Devenir un chef
of
cuisinier,
losing
quoi.
something after
Et un
all.
bûcheron.
I never thought about it, but maybe there is a path for me in peacetime. I'm intrigued. I might even like to realize this fantasy of yours.
Oh, that brings me such joy, Felix. Together, we can make this a reality. I can see it now. A life where you slice vegetables rather than people. I will greatly enjoy the day when we inhabit a world like that.
Je veux voir comment va Flame, oui. Qu'est-ce qui ne va pas?
Oh, hello, Professor. How nice to see you. You caught me off guard. I was actually just thinking about you.
D'accord.
Just a moment ago? Well, I am afraid I just do not understand you. When we first met, I sensed something different about you, something mysterious. And now I am convinced your existence itself is very special. Thinking on it, I know it to be true. You have a crest that should have been lost long ago. You wield the sword of the Creator as if it is nothing. Your hair and eye color changed on that day 5 years ago. To the same sort of color as mine and my brother's.
Plus clair quand même.
I do not know. My brother refuses to speak to me of it. Since then, you have led us into battle and, thus far, we have always come out victorious. Your comrades and colleagues adore you. They believe in you, in your strength. I doubt there is a single soul who is likened to you. Who are you, really?
Bah, je suis moi.
I simply do not understand.
Mais c'est pas grave.
Whatever the case may be, having hair like mine is proof that there is something exceptional about you. I may as well come forward with things. I, too, am unlike others.
C'est-à-dire?
Surely you recall when I was targeted, specifically for my
Ah
blood?
oui, c'est vrai.
I may not be special in the ways you are, but my blood is rare. It seems the two of us share a special differentness. I also believe that we are bound together in some way. Of this I am certain. Therefore, I intend to stay by your side and watch over you. Your
Je veux
existence
bien, mais
must
bon,
be
c'est
preserved
plutôt
at
moi
all
qui vais te
costs.
protéger, enfin je veux dire, voilà. Hein. Bah voilà, c'est ça.
Certainly those are the words of a hero. Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
Sylvain H, ça se fait.
Hey, Sylvain, can we talk?
Oui, tu peux.
What's up, Ash? Looking for more life tips?
Wife
No.
tips.
But I did want to thank you for coming to my aid in battle the other day.
That? No need to thank me for that.
No, really, I insist. If you hadn't been there, I definitely would have been finished. You really set a model for my training. I can only hope I'll be able to save someone like that someday.
Again with the studying and the training? You're so stubborn you make Ingrid and His Highness seem downright easygoing. My advice on the whole thing is to just follow your instincts. That's what I do. If someone's in trouble, I help them. You don't need to be a valiant knight to know that. Doesn't matter if the person is an ugly old man or the cutest girl you've ever seen. You help them.
So you're saying...
Everybody's the same, deep down. It's our job to help anyone who needs it.
Ah.
What? You're looking at me funny. Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just surprised, that's all. You're actually a much better person than I thought.
Ah.
Was that a compliment? I can't tell.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean any insult. I was just really impressed by what you said about helping people without even thinking. To jump in and help someone without any thought at all of reward. That is real virtue.
How did you say that with a straight face? I'd be embarrassed if I were you. Come on, Ash. You're an honest and overall great guy. You'll be an honest and overall great knight, too. Of course, people like you need to watch out for greedy people.
Huh?
Remember when I said I didn't need any thanks? Well, I didn't say anything about not wanting a reward. There's a girl, and we had a misunderstanding about who was allowed to date who, so, I need to hang out in your room until everything calms down. Should only be a day. Or two, tops.
Sylvain?
Un jour
Come
ou
on,
deux,
Ash.
max.
Remember, if someone's in trouble, you help them. You want to be a great knight, yeah?
Oh, fine. Since you helped me, but just this once.
Bon.
All right, I knew I could count on you. You'll definitely be a great knight.
He really would be a great person. If he could just stop all the scandal.
C'était marrant. J'ai aimé.
Okay, now that you know the technique, go ahead and solve this problem.
C'est tout. C'est vraiment... ça, c'est les règles.
I've
Ça.
got it. Finally.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
Absolutely.
Je pense que les deux là, ils ont une vibe trop optimiste.
I wish I could study and just soak up knowledge like you. How did you get so
Full compliment, full full ah viens m'aider pour ça, moi je t'aide pour ça en échange, ça c'est 100%.
My father was one of the king's knights. One day, he never returned home.
Et toi tu les bannes du chat aussi. Non mais voilà, vraiment demain t'en fais pas. Il y a des gens ils vont venir te voir, ils seront contents de te rencontrer. Ils vont proposer de jouer tout ça. Et puis c'est tout hein. Hésite pas à te faire kiffer sur la buvette hein. La buvette de Champi c'est la base. Moi je vais beaucoup zoner à la buvette bien sûr hein. Je vais beaucoup zoner à la buvette. Va parler à qui tu veux, mets-toi bien, amuse-toi, profite de l'event. Je connais pire que les insultes dans la commu Smash. Écoute, déjà toi là, quand t'as trash talk trim, tu t'es pris des petits chassés là comme ça.
So for you, studying has been like a way to meet your destiny.
Destiny, huh? Well, yes, but it's a bit embarrassing when you put it like that. Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying.
C'est bien fait tailler, hein.
I want to protect all of my friends and allies here. I'm studying hard so I can be as useful as possible to everyone I hold dear.
You've worked so hard. I really respect that. I'm going to follow your example.
Les supports, parce que moi ça me fait du lore, toi, j'adore voir les personnes. Là, tu vois, la fin des dieux Mercedes, parfait, t'as vu? Ça va être incroyable le support.
Won't the Dusker gods be upset if they hear you praying to another land's deity?
The Fodlan goddess was recognized in Dusker too.
Et par religion en plus.
Foreigners are seen as the protectors of their respective lands. It has been said that we would offer our prayers to her in times of war.
Huh. So the goddess is part of a pantheon. I guess that's one way to interpret it. Anyway, what are you praying for?
For peace to come even one day sooner.
That's a lovely prayer. I was just thinking about praying for
Je suis pas
that
très
myself.
religion, moi. Hein.
I see.
Pas vous mentir. Oh putain, il a trop de flow. Eh non, moi je suis désolé, hein. Un cache-œil ou des cicatrices, ah moi je suis client, hein.
To serve His Highness for the rest of my days.
C'est terrible comment il a trop de flow, hein. De base, avant il avait une prestance, tu vois.
And you?
Mais là, ah non non, il est trop chaud.
That's a good question. I was thinking about traveling to Dusker.
To Dusker? There is nothing of interest left there.
Isn't it where you were born? And isn't it where your wonderful food and stories come from?
Je suis au chapitre 17.
Those are reasons enough to visit at least one.
Je vais faire la bataille Aigle et Lion, mais deuxième version genre.
I would like to accompany you. His Highness would surely grant me leave to go.
Apparemment c'est un chapitre de zinzin, donc là je speed un peu, là je fais les supports mais je speed un peu.
We're going to have to shower the goddess with prayers. We'll pray that she watches over and protects us while we work to end this war. Then, when it's finally finished, we can travel.
That promises to be interesting. We should pray to the Dusker gods as well.
Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Which of the Dusker gods should we pray to?
Tous.
For victory, we pray to the god of war, or just the god of war.
Uh-huh.
What were you going to say?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know. It's the god of travel, right?
Let us leave it at that.
I knew I was right. You taught me so much about your gods. So let's pray. For the end of the war.
T'es plein la fin du jeu? Ouais. Il y a des chances que semaine prochaine soit la fin. En tout cas, la fin de la run bleue. Si tu comprends pas ces explications, demande-lui d'expliquer, t'inquiète pas, et ça va bien. N'aie pas peur. Voilà.
Certainly, Chef Didou.
Chef Didou.
There is no need to call me that. Are you displeased?
No, not in the slightest. I just got momentarily sleepy. It happens to me from time to time. Let me see. First, chop the vegetables. Coming right up, Chef. Didou?
Good.
On fait de la cuisine, nous. Nous, on fait de la cuisine.
I am so bored. Day in and day out, it is nothing but dicing vegetables and waiting for water to boil. I want to feel like I am actually cooking. It is not as though I do not know the basics. He could at least let me hold the spatula sometime.
Next, we peel the vegetables.
Chef Didou, I was hoping to speak with you regarding something that has been on my mind.
Speak?
Surely you have noticed my skill while wielding pans and knives. Therefore, I think it is time you taught me how to cook. Beyond all this water boiling and vegetable chopping business.
Impossible.
But why?
J'attends là.
All must be done in the proper sequence. And the first step here, whether you like it or not, is to learn to use the tools perfectly.
Come now! You have seen how I use a ladle. You know I'm good for it. He has left me no option but to take matters into my own hands. Stubborn you may be, Chef Didou, but I will show you the true meaning of delicious.
Felix. Training alone
avec le
again.
nerf. Il aura que ce soit par
It is not my intention to spy. I am merely concerned about you. I do not think you have been keeping your friends at a distance because you dislike them personally. Rather, I think what bothers you is their concept of proper knighthood. Is that not so?
You really have been watching me closely. You're correct. I don't understand why they revere knighthood. I won't be friends with anyone who believes in that nonsense.
Do you feel that way because of what happened in the tragedy of Dusker?
Bah oui.
I have heard the story. Your brother was one of the royal knights.
Putain, Glenn, il aurait pu être un personnage
He gave his
incroyable.
life to defend the prince.
My brother was doing his job. My father is the real problem. When my brother's armor was brought back to the
je vais enfin le
castle,
savoir.
do you know what he said? He died like a true knight. Chivalry begets the worship and glorification of death. Am I alone in finding that grotesque?
Ok.
I suppose you'll excommunicate me for blaspheming like this.
Not at all. I am not a knight, so I have no intentions of lecturing you about chivalry. So long as one's conduct is consistent with the teachings of the goddess, it is up to the individual to decide right from wrong.
In that case, I'd like you to formally pardon me for not having friends.
You require no such pardon.
Il a pas d'amis, lol.
This is merely advice from an old man to a younger one. As unwavering as your convictions may be, the others also feel strongly about their beliefs. If you hate all those whose beliefs are different from yours,
plus long que le tien.
You will hate everyone eventually. People with exactly the same beliefs as you simply do not exist. You do not have to change your beliefs, of course. But you do have to accept that others feel differently. That is my advice to you. I will speak no more of it.
Sedith, can I ask one thing? Why are you going out of your way to tell me this? Why bother with me at all?
Because I trust you. Now that I've heard what you have to say, I trust you even more. I am also a rather eccentric person. I thought you and I might get along.
I see. You've gone to so much trouble. I may have to start making an effort as well.
Après, je pense que silence aura des solutions. Hein. Je vois pas Yusra gagnante, mais bon. C'est jamais, hein.
I hope you will surpass my expectations.
There's quite a bit of fog settling in. We won't be able to advance our troops very far in this.
Oh non, pas de brouillard.
We won't be able to move at all until the fog lifts. No matter which path we take, we'll have to be patient and wait it out.
Oh non, pas le brouillard. Ah, j'ai pas envie.
Gilbert? No? Gustav. I would like to take this opportunity to speak with you about something. It's about the tragedy of Dusker. There's something about it I just can't wrap my head around.
I'm listening.
I lost a son in Dusker that day. I exhausted every last resource I had to investigate what took place there. I was startled to find that there wasn't a single shred of evidence to suggest that Lady Patricia's carriage had been
C'est qui
attacked.
Lady Patricia, mais
Go on.
C'est le nom de ma maman.
Apart from His Highness, whose injuries left him on the verge of death, everyone else present at the time was slaughtered. Of all the victims, only the corpse of Lady Patricia, His Majesty's second wife, was never found. Isn't that right?
Surely that means she was abducted. There was no evidence of an attack, suggesting they threatened her, but did not kill her.
But what reason would they have to take her? Would it not have been better to kill her?
Perhaps she had some value as a diplomatic pawn.
Nonsense. In the many years since that day, has Lady Patricia ever been used thus?
No, not as far as I know. Then perhaps she was used for some political gain within the Empire.
Now that her daughter is the Emperor, what reason would she have to keep hiding her existence?
It is possible she passed away after returning to the Empire.
Gustav, I know this is hard for you to hear, but just consider what it would mean if Lady Patricia was involved with that incident.
Silence, Rodrigue. I will not allow you to tarnish her memory like that.
I do not mean to imply that she arranged His Majesty's murder or anything of the like. But Gustav, I cannot shake the feeling that the tragedy was part of a much larger conspiracy. There is more to it than we know. That much is certain.
C'est la belle-mère Dimitri, Patricia? Et c'est la mère d'Edelgard, du coup.
This is inhuman.
This is one of the knights we dispatched to the leader of the Alliance. Tell me everything you know.
Sir, a soldier on patrol came across this night a short while ago, in a rocky area not far from here. Someone from the Alliance must have disposed of the body there.
Is this how the Alliance chose to inform us that they have no intention of joining our cause?
The Alliance lords each have their own motives. It's difficult to say for sure who was behind this. Whatever the truth is, the other knights we dispatched are in serious danger. It's best to assume that joining with the Alliance is out of the question now.
Even with Count Karen's support, this makes our situation grim.
I never expected the Alliance to help us. Anyone who stands in my way will be crushed beneath my feet.
It is time, dear brother.
Je le sens pas.
The Kingdom Army departs from the Great Bridge of Murden and marches south toward Enbar, the Imperial capital. Meanwhile, the Alliance army follows from behind to invade Imperial territory, and the Empire has dispatched forces from Fort Merceus to intercept them. The curtain is rising on a conflict between the three armies, which will come to be known as the Battle at Gronder, held on the same plains that witnessed the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Pourquoi?
Know that I will tear your heads from your shoulders. The dead must have their tribute.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history.
Years ago, we fought here as classmates. But not today.
Fais pas genre t'as le seum, toi.
Kill every last one of them!
And so we fight on.
J'ai pas envie. Ils sont à 800 mètres, ils sont parfaitement. Oh, wow, 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 wow.
You have finally appeared,
Bon! Va là-bas! Va là-bas!
The Kingdom Army doesn't look too interested in joining forces.
Bien sûr que si!
Let's take a moment to see how this all unfolds.
Attends!
It would not be advantageous to take on both at once. We must stop the kingdom
Ok,
and the alliance.
y a moyen de moyenner.
I will create such chaotic warfare that they won't be able to tell who is friend and who is foe.
Nous tapons les unités rouges. Ok, j'ai capté. Tout le monde va à gauche. Tout le monde va à gauche. Annette, commence. Je tape. Je vais taper. Mais qu'est-ce que tu es? La musique est stylée.
It had to be done.
Abattre et Delgarde. Dimitri, tu cours tout droit.
I can't stop now.
Hop, c'est bon. La machin est libre. Dimitri, tout droit. Là. Par ici. Très ennuyant, Bernadetta.
Mounted units, advance.
Dimitri, va tout droit.
Stay back. Stay back or I'll shoot.
Tire pas, je veux pas te taper, toi. Hubert, il va passer, mais Bernadetta, non. Ouais, vraiment, genre. Ouais, comme ça, exactement.
You haven't earned my pity.
Dimitri, tout droit, je dis. Dimitri, tu avances. Tout droit. Tout droit, Dimitri.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Ça m'extermine. Il va leur foncer dessus. Oh, quel nom, saloperie. Je la tuerai pas.
It won't be in vain.
J'espère que c'est pas un boss. Hein.
There is still room for
Qui lui fait bien fermer. Tu casses les couilles, hein. Ne pas taper Bernetta. Dimitri, tout droit.
Eventually, I too will fall.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Qu'est-ce que tu... Arrête. Il va se blesser.
All for our future.
Il va se blesser. Toi aussi tu vas te blesser, arrête. Tout droit, Dimitri.
All talk and no action. It all comes down to this.
Oh, bien vu. Ils font rien. Voilà. Ah ouais. Oh, casser la gueule.
They're abandoning the central position to attack us. How leisurely.
Ta mère!
Interfering with the plan. Looks like I'll just have to get rid of you.
Bien vu. Vas-y, Ingrid. Tu mérites. Toi, tu mérites.
Fighting on will endanger my life. Your Majesty, I must withdraw.
No need to worry. We still have some troops left. So long as I stand, we won't give up.
Je te mets Dimitri sur ta gueule, hein.
Your Majesty, I will go around to that side. Never fear.
Un petit Sauron, un big Sauron, vas-y go, hein. Go mon gars. Go mon gars. Prends. Bon, t'as pu critiquer avant, mais c'est pas grave. Et les forêts, ça a l'air envie trop. Ouais. C'est bon, let's go. C'est bon. Sylvain, il me carry. Arrête ça. Non, arrête. Non. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Oh, Dimitri, il doit vous faire des dingueries en fait là. Ça vous savez pas, il est très énervé. Hein. Revenez ici tout de suite. Revenez ici tout de suite.
Burn until we meet again. That took too much effort.
Suicide sur lui, c'est pas ma faute, hein.
You knew the odds.
Oh, tu leur baisses leur mère. Attaque. 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 Je peux le lancer dans la mêlée. Et il y va. Je l'ai mis Flame avec lui, on sait jamais. Oui, ce que tu veux. Eh bah allez, viens mon cochon, viens. C'est mon tank.
Professor, is that
oui, c'est moi.
You're with the enemy.
Non, y a pas besoin.
I'll have to kill you.
Non, arrête. Oh. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire ça? Ouais, on va faire la bagarre. J'aime bien. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Ah ouais, V6 s'il te plaît. Mon gars sûr. J'aime pas ce que vous faites, hein. Tu as un mage à tuer. Non, un mage. Comme ceci. fait du 50. Il fait du 50.
See you in the eternal flames.
Bon, faut que tu fais 0 dégâts. Il se régène quand moi fait son attaque spé. Ouais, mais il l'a fait tout le temps, non? Il a fait tous les tours, non?
I shall not stray.
Hop. N'attaque pas, n'attaque pas. Ok. Mais pourquoi tu me focus? Je vais crier très fort. Bon. C'est ton souffle si tu veux. Vraiment, je vais te baiser ta mère. Oh non, il a pris 9 HP. Ah. Ah, bah raté. Wow. Ah. Ok. Tout va bien. Oh, Dimitri.
Ready when you are.
Tu me casses la gueule, toi. On est d'accord. On est d'accord. Tu lui casses la gueule. Hop.
My duty is your death.
Ok. Tu ne bouges pas. Tu ne bouges pas. Tu te crois drôle, hein? Tu te crois drôle? Bon, Dimitri, y a plus de toi, en fait. Donc, bah, grouille-toi, s'il te plaît.
The Empire and Kingdom are mixed up in this battle. It's a struggle to target the right one. Such are the rules of melee. We'll just have to crush anyone who isn't an ally.
Léonie!
Great. I may not have a crest, but I'll give it my all.
Hilda!
I am not going to hold back. I can't let down my
Non, mais...
dear old Claude.
Non, non, mais non, par contre, vous faites vraiment pas ça, genre. Ok. Changement de plan. Arrêtez ça, hein. Non mais arrête. Et ensuite Dimitri, il va manger de la merde. Donc facile. Y a pas de problème. Tu t'approches bien trop vite de moi, Claude, je trouve. Toi aussi. Arrêtez, barrez-vous. J'ai pas envie de vous tuer, arrêtez. Arrêtez tout, arrêtez, arrêtez, arrêtez. Heureusement que la phase ennemie, c'est avant la phase tertiaire. Je t'en supplie, Dimitri. Je t'en supplie, one shot là. Je t'en supplie. Ah, regarde. S'il te plaît, Dimitri. S'il te plaît. C'est ton moment.
I will allow you to choose your own death.
I'm not interested in methods of dying. All that matters is when death takes place, not how. And I have no intention of
Tu vas te faire one shot, par pitié.
You've slaughtered so far thought the same.
Won't hold back.
Je retourne en arrière. Hein. Je retourne 2 tours avant. Je retourne 2 tours avant s'il le faut. Hein.
This is not as I planned, but there's nothing to be done. Burn the central hill.
So you're actually alive, Teach. It's a shame you aren't on our
Mais on
side.
peut être alliés, connard!
Wait, isn't the Empire your enemy? Us fighting seems like a waste.
30 x 2, je le tue.
Here is something to believe in.
Yeah, I thought we had a chance, but there was no way to predict the movements of the Kingdom Army. I can't afford to die here.
Ok,
I have to retreat.
il n'est pas mort.
Wow, it's sure been a while.
Non, Raphaël!
You're a tough opponent, Professor.
Raphaël, non! La vie que... Oh, s'il te plaît. Oh, Dimitri. Oh, par le nom. Par le nom du Père, du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Dimitri, je t'en supplie, baise-la. Let's go. Tu es une sale merde.
I lost. Just as expected, you aren't making my path an easy one.
Oh, Dimitri. Oh, Dimitri. Oh, personne n'est mort. Let's go.
I must retreat for now. We'll meet again on the battlefield.
Let's go. Oui, t'es mon putain de héros, Dimitri.
So, you think you can escape Edelgard?
Your Highness! You're alive. We have to retreat to the Great Bridge of Murden.
That woman. We failed to capture her. I will keep pursuing. The rest of you, keep fighting.
I'm so sorry, but we can't do that. I understand how you feel, but the Imperial Army is closing in.
I'll kill all of them. No matter how many hundreds or thousands of them there are.
You! What are you doing here? It's too dangerous. Fall back, now!
Your Highness! You are...
Oh, t'imagines, je perds Dimitri?
Have I caught you off guard, Your Highness? Aww, does it hurt? I bet it hurts real bad, doesn't it? But it's nothing compared to what my brother felt. You will never be forgiven, you know. I will never forgive you.
You must be...
You filthy monster. It's time to die!
Dimitri!
No!
Professor! Do it now!
No!
Brother, help!
No, Rodrigue!
Rodrigue!
Your Highness, are you safe? Please tell me it wasn't in vain.
No!
His punishment.
Non, pas après, j'ai fait une rôle aussi parfaite que ça!
There are no sins or punishments on the battlefield.
No.
Mais t'aurais pu dégainer ton épée! Billet, fais quelque chose! Retourne dans le temps!
Father, stepmother, Glenn. They all died and left me behind. Rodrigue, are you to join the ghosts who shadow my every move? This is my fault. I'm the one who killed you, as surely as though I had wielded the blade.
Retourne dans le temps, mon ref!
You have one thing terribly wrong. None of them, none of us,
La
died
seule perte,
for
mais
you.
non.
I'm dying for what I believe in, just as they did. Your life is your own. It belongs to no other.
Non, Rodrigue!
Live.
Félix, il va encore plus te haïr! Ah, peut-être pas. Mais si, je pense!
My boy, you really do look just like His Majesty. What are you saying, Lambert?
I am heading to Dusker, and before you start, nothing you could say would change my mind.
Oh, il y a du flow, hein?
You worry too much, my friend. So far, relations with Dusker have been going smoothly, wouldn't you say? You, of all people, should appreciate how critical these negotiations are.
Of course I do, but for the king himself to make the journey, you must admit that it's dangerous. And His Highness is still so young. If the worst should happen...
Even if the worst should happen, he would be okay. He's a smart boy, Rodrigue. Even if he should lose his father, I have no doubt that he will grow to be a good and respectable man.
Oui!
Lambert.
However, if he ever starts down the wrong path, and I am not here to set him straight,
Rodrigue!
I am trusting you to do so in my stead.
Non, mon ref!
Promise me.
Il avait trop de flow!
Lambert, my promise.
Et la petite fille?
What do you want?
Oh non, il va y aller tout seul.
It doesn't concern you.
Ok. Buté par Villette, ok.
Get out of my way. No.
Jure, on fait un petit 1v1. Un petit 1v1 en vif là?
Silence! You have no idea what you're talking about. Death is the end. No matter how much lingering regret a person has, after death, they are powerless. They cannot even wish for revenge, much less seek it out. Hatred, regret, those burdens fall on the shoulders of those who are left behind. And so I must continue down this path. I already told you as much. It is far too late to stop.
Il y a une autre solution.
Do not waste your breath with some nonsense about how I should move on with my life for their sake. That is merely the logic of the living. It's meaningless. Those who died with lingering regret, they will not loose their hold on me so easily. But you seem to have all the answers. So tell me, Professor. Please tell me. How do I silence their desperate pleas? How do I save them? Ever since that day 9 years ago, I have lived only to avenge the fallen. Even my time at the Officers' Academy was also that I could secure my revenge and clear away the regret of the dead. It was the only thing that kept me alive. My only reason to keep moving forward.
Je vais juste dire ça. À demain, Champi. À demain. Hâte de vous revoir. La loli magique pour revenir 9 ans en arrière. Putain.
But then who or what should I live for? What I believe in. Rodrigue said the same thing. But is it possible? I am a murderous monster. My hands are stained red. Could one such as I truly hope for such a life? As the sole survivor of that day, do I have the right to live for myself? Your hands are so warm. Have they always been?
Waouh! Oh, le chapitre de zinzin! Waouh! Oh, le chapitre de fou zinzin!